All right. Back with another one. All right, so today's lesson, tutorial, enhancement of life via education, will be about how you can use the Snippet tool, the trusty, handy-dandy, snippety-doo-dah tool, right? To save yourself time and save your hands energy of typing out questions that you may find on the internet. Or if you find a diagram or a picture that you want to embed into your Google form, right? You can do that, all right? I'm going to show you how in just a second. First things first, you have to add, add the snipping tool to your taskbar, right? Your taskbar is down here. This is where you can add things within your Windows machine for ease of access. Notice how I have the settings here. So if I want to click settings, I can just click on that. I don't have to go in the search bar and type settings every time I want to type in settings, right? Or I'll find it. Same thing with Snippet, okay? First things first, go down here to your type here to search bar, right here. Left click, type in SNIP, right? It'll automatically come up. Snipping tool. Right? Over here, you're gonna say pin to taskbar. You're gonna left click on that, okay? Notice when I did that, where did it show up? Right here, okay? That's for ease of access. So that's your first step, okay? Second step is this, and this is specific to Google Forms. When you make a quiz, we all know how to do that, right? Cogwheel, quizzes, slash that over, make this a quiz. And then you pick whatever settings you want here, right? That's how you make a quiz. Most of you know how to do that, right? Let's say you wanted to add a question from a Regents exam, and you're like, man, I really like this question right here, but I don't feel like typing that whole thing out, right? What do? Well, that's where you use your handy dandy snippet tool. You go down here to your snippet tool. You hover over it. You left click. After you left click, you hit new. Notice how everything is kind of like faded out. This is your area in which you're going to snip, okay? You'll notice you get a little crosshair right here, a little plus sign. What you're going to do is you're going to do like anything else that you want to use crosshairs for, right? When you want to highlight things. You left click in the top left of where you want to start. Left click, hold. Notice that dialog box goes away. Then you just drag over the question. When you're ready, you just release, okay? That's step one. Step two, file, save as, and just save it as, I don't know, science question 1, right? You save it however you want, then you hit save, okay? A little side note, if you wanted to just copy paste this right into an email or into a document, right, you could do that. So you just right click, copy, and let's say you go into a document and you want to put it into a document. Right, I'm veering off a little bit, but I just want to show you what you can do. You can hit paste, and that puts it right there, okay? So you can do that for your document and make it a quiz. You could do it in slides. You could do it anywhere you want. You could do it in an email, okay? So two things like I just did, right? You would right click, copy paste into a doc, slide, etc. Or if you want to put it into a Google Forms quiz, all you have to do is go back to your quiz, right? And where it says untitled question, you click the image and then you go insert image and you hit browse. And that's going to take you to your files down or up here, right? And obviously there it is, the question I just had. You double click on it. And now your question is right here, right? Notice there's the question. And down here for your options, you would just put 1, 2, 3, or 4 based on what the answers are up here. If that was A, B, C, or D, you'd put A, B, C, or D. And you can still name it, right? You could just say like, I don't know, question 1, right? Whatever you want to do, right? Doesn't matter. So what does this look like, right? And you guys all know how to, if you go to the answer key, you give it points, and then you pick the right one, right? You could even add answer feedback for incorrect answers or correct answers, right? So that's just the simple, other extra stuff for Google Forms quizzes. Then you hit done, right? So now what does this look like when you, as the student, take it, right? If you guys don't know, if you hit the I in anything, and that's a Google form, it shows you what it looks like in student view, right? So this is what it's going to look like. And they would just select the right answer. 1, 2, 3, right? Simple, simple, simple. It's going to save your life, hopefully. All right, and then now let's say you wanted to add another question. Let's say you wanted to just put a picture in there, right? And you want to have them answer the question based on the picture, right? The snippet tool is not pertinent to anything specific, meaning you can snip from a website, such as I have right here. I mean, a PDF, as I have right here. You could snip from a website. You could even snip from a Google Doc. Okay, I'll show you that the last one. So you go to your, so let's say you were looking up Dunkin' Donuts for Starbucks, right? Make it a little more interesting. You wanted to give your kids a question on that. You left click again on the snippet tool down here, right? You hit new. Your crosshair lines up in the top left or bottom right, doesn't matter. Left click down, drag it over, release, right? File, save as, then you go D&D or Starbucks. Name it, hit save. Once you do that, you go back to your form, okay? Again, you click on the picture right here, and then you click browse, okay? And then you find it, click on it twice, and there it is. And the question can be, which is better, right? And then down here, you just write Starbucks. Down here, you write D and D, right? And there you go. And again, it looks snazzier. You hit the I. What does that do? That gives you the picture in the Google form, okay? So that's really cool. The last thing is this. Say like one of your colleagues sends you a document, right? And you want to like put something from the document into the form, right? I don't know. Let's just pick this. I don't know. Here's a question here. Or a picture. I'll do a question. Right? Again, left click on the snippet. New. Right? And you can move this over if you have to. Right? And then you just go like this. Right? You can right click, copy, paste it, or you could just file, save as. Name it. Question 3. Save. Right? Then you go back to your form. Okay? And then you add another question. Image. Browse. Question 3. Right? And there it is. Right? And then obviously this would be a short answer. Okay? So that's the way you could do it. Now, again, like I said, you can snip it and you can put it into an email. You can put it into a Google Doc. You can do whatever you want. You guys are probably getting a lot of ideas in your head, right? You want to take an algebra exam? You could snip this question here. You could snip a diagram and have them answer it below, okay? You guys get the basic idea of what this is all about, okay? If you have any questions, contact me, and I'll be more than willing to help you out. Thanks, and have a great day.